The CET FAMU Film Production program made me a better filmmaker because of all the faculty that helped guide us through the entire filmmaking process. We have taken pre-production classes, production classes, and post-production classes where we are fully guided by a mentor, shout out Valerio, a scriptwriting professor, shout out Shada, a Czech professor, Pavlina, we love her, along with so many other extremely wise faculty members that helped us along the way. I was also given the opportunity to gain so much hands-on experience. I was able to be involved on 4 student-run film sets throughout the entire semester, serving as assistant director, script supervisor, production design for 2, and I also acted in 1. Gaining this hands-on experience made me also gain so much more confidence within myself, how I work with all these people. I have gained so much more connections and friendships have grown. It didn't only make me a better filmmaker, it made me more confident within myself and how I work.
I'd say like the biggest thing was like the clearest idea I had of what like productions and like being on set would be like in the future. I feel like schools kind of like baby you and nurture you a little bit, while FAMU like put you in, it was like, here you go, like this is how it is. And like obviously there was this sense of like they're taking care of me, but like it really was like a constant push for you to keep working, keep like getting better. So it was a bigger glimpse at like what it's actually going to be like.
CET FAMU really helped me with my filmmaking as it offered one-on-one mentorships with our groups, which allowed me to be able to see the parts of filmmaking that I was struggling with and get one-on-one help.
I think that the program made me a better filmmaker in honestly all aspects. We had classes that ranged from pre-production to production days as well as post-production, and so I really was able to get to learn the entire process, which was something that while we did do at Syracuse University, it wasn't something that we were so in-depth in every day. And honestly, of course, the most important thing was getting hands-on experience with a 35mm camera. That was something completely unfamiliar, totally new. And so without all of these classes, all of these amazing teachers, and how the curriculum was shaped, all the time that we also spent with each and every single aspect, I don't think I would have gained the experience without this program, and it was such an amazing opportunity.
Studying film abroad is so much different than studying film on campus. The classes are longer, the classes are more intense, they're long workshops. Honestly, it is such a crazy difference, and I'm so grateful because I was able to come home with so much knowledge from a different part of the world that I would have never learned at Syracuse. I am so grateful to have such a variety of learning experience that I have gained the past 3 years.
Number one, like being in like such an old city, like that was also so well preserved. Like the things that you see around all there, like it's so cinematic no matter where you go. Also the people that you meet, it's just such like a talented place. People come from all different parts of the world to come to that specific place for film because of like how much of a film hub it is, at least Prague specifically. So being in like an environment where you have so many people who are, you know, you have people who cater to lighting, cater to sound, cater to music, like, and they all come together in the same place. You don't really get that on a campus environment.
Studying film abroad is extremely different because not only are you studying with new people and new professors, you are also studying with the new culture surrounding.
The schedule was definitely different and it was a hard adjustment. The days were a lot longer and they were spent a lot more just in one classroom with the same people, which kind of is similar to campus, but I guess you get a little bit more leeway of seeing 20,000 students rather than just, a couple hundred. But I think that honestly bonded the community of the class a lot more. And so I feel like the feedback was a lot more genuine and the friendships we made were also a lot more genuine. And I think on set, the crews really got to know each other. They really felt like they connected to the stories more rather than what we were doing on campus. And so I think it made a much more authentic and intimate experience. As well as being in an unfamiliar country, I feel like a lot of the stories were shaping around this newfound experience. I think we all became better filmmakers because we stepped out of our comfort zone. And so I would have never got that experience back at Syracuse.
The moment I realized Prague was special was probably the first week. It was such a beautiful sight, just being able to walk out of the airport, go on the bus with all these new people that shared the program. We also had this incredible day that the program ran for us. It was a scavenger hunt, and they put us all in groups with other classmates. We all just walked around the city of Prague for I think it was 4 or 5 hours, and we just took so many photos, saw so many incredible sights, so much history that we saw about Prague. After the scavenger hunt, we all came back together as a program. They surprised us with a little dinner cruise, and the scavenger hunt at the end ended up being a contest, and my group ended up being second place. They all won cute little keychains, and that was the best day of my life, followed by so many more amazing days in Prague. That's when I just knew that I didn't want to leave.
I don't even know where to start. The language, the architecture, like the city itself is so cool. But I think the biggest thing that I realized was the fact that like studying abroad, your main city abroad programs like Italy, like Milan, Madrid, like all those places, Florence. It's like a campus that you have within. It's like a little bubble within that city. In Prague, you were like thrown into it. We had classes. We had to go to this address for your class. Go to this other place for your class. Take the train to over here, and your apartment's like some random town. So it was like the most immersed like you will ever be in a different city abroad, and it really forces you to the emphasis on learning the language, the emphasis on getting out of your comfort zone between excursions and like just ordering in Czech, like all those kinds of things made me feel like abroad in Prague specifically was different from just any other program.
I have wanted to go to Prague since I was in middle school to study film specifically. Once I learned how many things were filmed there. And it was a TV show that was filmed in the Czech Republic that made me want to go there. Just the moment I stepped off of like the plane and into the city, I just knew that there was something special about it.
So for me, I feel like Prague wasn't really what was special about this whole experience, but it was actually FAMU itself. I have some Spanish heritage and I've been abroad a couple of times, and so traveling and being in a new city was not really something unique or different to me, and I already feel like I have a place to call home. I loved Prague, but FAMU was really where I feel like I was shaped into a different person. The teachers genuinely left such an impact on me. The cinematography teacher, Michael Guhut, I will forever think about him to this day. He was such a charismatic and unique individual that I think about and laugh about, and genuinely made me such a better filmmaker, and so that was so special. As well as our scriptwriter Valerio, I still use his techniques every day in writing my own work or helping others write. Even our Czech teacher Pavlina, just the joy and comfort she brought every day was what made Prague such a special place. It's these people that we saw every single or once a week or twice a week that just made you realize, yeah, I'm on the right track. Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm surrounded by talented, amazing people who are teaching me something that I love and that I'm passionate about. And so that's what made Prague special. It wasn't the city, it was the people that were in the city and the program embedded in the city. And so, yeah.